Welcome back to the channel, my spooky friends. I'm Sam, your guide into the darkest corners of the unknown. Tonight we're talking about mirrors, those forgotten, dusty relics left behind in abandoned places, haunted by something more than just their reflections. They say mirrors are windows to the soul, but what happens when the soul trapped within belongs to something not quite living? Get ready for 3 spine-chilling tales that will make you think twice before you gaze into a mirror again. Picture this. A crumbling Victorian mansion perched on a windswept hill overlooking a desolate town. The paint is peeling, the windows are boarded up, and the only sound is the creaking of the house as it settles deeper into decay. Locals whisper tales of the family who once lived there, driven to madness and death within those very walls. Now imagine you're a brave urban explorer, or maybe just a curious soul who's heard the stories. The thrill of the forbidden draws you to the mansion one moonless night. You find a way inside, stepping over broken furniture and cobwebs thick with dust. The air is heavy, stagnant, and every creak of the floorboards sends shivers down your spine. As you venture deeper into the heart of the mansion, you stumble upon a room bathed in an eerie, otherworldly glow. The source? A massive, ornately framed mirror, its surface clouded with age, standing like a sentinel in the center of the room. You've seen mirrors like this in antique shops, but none with this strange, almost magnetic pull. You step closer, drawn to your reflection, or what you think is your reflection in the clouded glass. But something's not right. Your reflection, it's off. It's you, but twisted, shadowed, with a malevolent glint in its eyes. Then the impossible happens. Your reflection moves, a slow, deliberate smile spreading across its face, a smile that doesn't reach your own. You stumble back, heart pounding against your ribs as the temperature in the room plummets. The air grows thick with the scent of decay, of mildew and something else, something ancient and evil. Suddenly the mirror comes alive. Shadows writhe within its depths, twisting and turning, forming a vortex of darkness. You want to look away, to run, but you're frozen in place, your gaze locked on the horrifying spectacle unfolding before you. A face emerges from the swirling darkness. It's pale, gaunt, with eyes that burn with a cold, hungry light. The face of a woman, her features contorted in a silent scream, her hand reaching out from the mirror, grasping at you with icy fingers. You break free from your trance, stumbling back in terror. As you turn to flee, you catch one last glimpse of the mirror. The shadows have receded, the face is gone, but the woman's hand, it's still there, reaching out from the cold, dark glass. You run, never looking back, the image of that hand, the chilling coldness of its touch, forever seared into your memory. The mansion stands to this day, a testament to the horrors that lie hidden within its walls. But locals know to steer clear, especially from the room with the mirror. They say it's a portal, a gateway to somewhere dark and terrible, a place where the living are lured to their doom by the ghostly reflections that dwell within the abandoned mirror. Now let's travel from the desolation of a forgotten mansion to the bustling heart of a city that never sleeps. Imagine a grand old hotel, its facade a monument to a bygone era of elegance and charm. But behind its opulent facade a darkness lurks, whispering through the halls. You're a weary traveler seeking refuge for the night. You check into your room, a spacious suite with high ceilings and antique furniture, including a large ornate mirror. It's beautiful, but something about it feels off. Maybe it's the way it seems to watch you, reflecting your every move. You try to shake off the feeling, telling yourself it's just your imagination. You've heard the stories, the rumors that the hotel is haunted, but you don't believe them. Not really. But as night falls and the city outside your window fades, you become aware of a presence in the room. It starts subtly, a cold spot near the mirror, a feeling of being watched, the faint scent of perfume. You try to ignore it, but the feeling intensifies. The mirror now seems menacing, reflecting something sinister. Sleep, when it finally comes, is plagued by nightmares. You dream of shadowy figures lurking in the corners of your room. You wake with a gasp, bathed in sweat, your heart pounding. You glance at the clock, 3 a.m., the witching hour, and then you hear it, a soft whisper coming from the direction of the mirror. Curiosity compels you to get out of bed. You approach the mirror, your hand trembling as you reach out to touch its cold, smooth surface. As your fingers brush against the glass, the whispers grow louder, morphing into a chorus of voices, and then you see her. A woman, her reflection shimmering in the mirror's depths, her eyes filled with a haunting sorrow. She reaches out from the mirror, her hand a ghostly white against the darkness, her voice a mournful whisper. As quickly as it appeared, the ghostly figure fades, the whispers dying down to a chilling silence. You're left standing there, alone in the dimly lit room, the mirror reflecting nothing but your own terrified face. You leave the hotel the next morning, shaken to your core. You try to forget the ghostly encounter, but the image of the woman in the mirror continues to haunt your thoughts. Some say she was a former guest, trapped within the mirror's depths, forever bound to the hotel. But whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The hotel room mirror holds a dark and terrifying secret. For our final tale, we journey to a quaint little antique shop tucked away on a quiet side street, its windows filled with forgotten treasures and relics from a bygone era. The air inside is thick with the scent of dust and old wood, and the shelves are crammed with curious objects, each with its own story to tell. You're drawn to a beautiful antique mirror, its silver backing tarnished with age, its ornate frame carved with intricate designs. It's stunning, a true work of art, and you can't resist its allure. You imagine it hanging in your living room, a conversation starter and a window into the past. The shopkeeper, a wizened old man with eyes that seem to hold ancient secrets, watches you with a mixture of amusement and caution. "That's a fine piece you've got your eye on," he says, his voice raspy with age. "But be warned, it comes with a history." You brush off his warning, attributing it to an old man's ramblings. After all, every antique has a history, right? You pay for the mirror and take it home, eager to display your new treasure. At first, everything seems fine. You hang the mirror above your fireplace, and it does look magnificent, adding an air of elegance and mystery to your living room. But as days turn into nights, you begin to notice something strange. The mirror seems to change. The reflections it casts are distorted, twisted, as if the very glass is alive. You see fleeting glimpses of things that couldn't possibly be there. Shadowy figures lurking in the reflection of your living room, faces staring back at you with hollow eyes, and a feeling of dread that seeps into your bones every time you're near the mirror. Your reflection, too, seems different. It's you, but not quite right. Your eyes seem hollower, your smile more sinister, as if the mirror is reflecting a darker version of yourself. Then the nightmares begin. Vivid, terrifying dreams that leave you waking in a cold sweat, your heart pounding in your chest. In these dreams, you're trapped inside the mirror, surrounded by darkness and the whispers of tormented souls. You try to ignore the strange occurrences, to convince yourself it's all in your head. But the mirror's influence grows stronger, its presence casting a dark shadow over your life. You become withdrawn, paranoid, seeing the mirror's sinister reflections everywhere you look. One night, driven to the brink by terror and despair, you decide to destroy the mirror. You grab a hammer, your hands shaking, and raise it above your head, ready to smash the cursed object into 1,000 pieces. But as you bring the hammer down, the mirror flashes, a blinding light erupting from its depths. You shield your eyes, screaming in terror as a wave of icy cold washes over you. When the light fades, you're no longer in your living room. You're trapped inside the mirror, surrounded by darkness and the echoes of your own screams. The antique shop mirror, they say, is cursed, a vessel for trapped souls and malevolent entities. Some believe it acts as a portal, drawing unsuspecting souls into its dark depths, while others say it feeds on the fear and despair of those who possess it. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The mirror is a dangerous artifact, a relic of something ancient and evil that should never have been disturbed. And as you're trapped within its cold, unyielding embrace, surrounded by the tormented souls who share your fate, you realize the terrifying truth. The mirror doesn't just reflect your image, it reflects your deepest fears, your darkest desires, and ultimately, your doom. So there you have it, 3 chilling tales of ghostly reflections in abandoned mirrors. The next time you find yourself staring into a mirror's depths, remember these stories. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the shadows, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more terrifying tales, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, my friends, sleep tight, and try not to let the reflections in your mirrors stare back for too long.